The Israelites had settled into their new home country, but not everything was going like it should. It was a very tough time in the history of God's people, the Israelites. They would sin and turn away from God. Then they would be attacked by their enemies or suffer in some way. God would raise up a judge to lead them. They would repent and come back to God, and then the whole cycle would repeat.
During this time, there was a great famine in the land. There wasn't enough food for everyone to eat. A man named Elimelech decided to leave his home in Israel and take his family to Moab to try to find food. He took his wife Naomi and his sons Mahlon and Chilion.
Hold on, there's a problem here. The Moabite people did not follow God. In fact, God had given his people strict instructions to stay away from Moab. I'm not sure this was a great choice, but Elimelech must have been very desperate to help his family. Let's see how this turns out.
Soon after they went to live in the fields of Moab, Elimelech died. Naomi was very sad. Her sons each married women from Moab. Mahlon married a woman named Ruth, and Chilion married a woman named Orpah. Not long after, both Chilion and Mahlon died. Naomi was devastated. She heard that the Lord had given the people of Israel food again, so she decided to return home.
Whoa, that was a lot of plot twists in a short amount of time. So Naomi left her country, her husband died, and her sons both died. I can't imagine how sad she must have been. She still had her 2 daughters-in-law with her, but Naomi was moving far away from their home.
As the 3 women traveled, Naomi stopped and told her daughters-in-law to return to their own homes. "May the Lord show you kindness as you were kind to my sons and to me," she said. "Go back to your own mother's homes." She kissed them and wept loudly. Ruth and Orpah argued with her, insisting that they return with her to Israel. "Return to your own home," Naomi said. "I am too old to have a son for you to marry. My life is too bitter for you to be a part of." They all wept loudly. Orpah kissed Naomi and told her goodbye. Ruth refused to go. Ruth said, "Do not tell me to leave you or to stop following you. For where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people shall be my people, and your God my God. Where you die, I will die and be buried." Naomi stopped arguing with her, and the 2 returned to Israel together.
Ruth seemed to have her mind made up, didn't she? Right when Naomi thought she was all alone, God gave her Ruth to stick by her side. I'm sure Ruth was sad too. Remember, her husband had died. So maybe God gave them to each other to help during such a terrible time. Just like she said she would, Ruth went back home with Naomi.
When they entered Naomi's hometown, the people said, "Is this Naomi who has returned?" Naomi told them to call her Mara instead, which means bitter. She told them that she had left home full, but God had brought her back empty.
Naomi was hurting because her husband and sons had died. She was never alone, even when she was hurting. God was with her, even when those terrible things happened. God even gave her Ruth to be by her side. Because our world is broken by sin, sad things will happen to us like they did to Ruth. It is normal to feel sad or angry when bad things happen. God gave us those emotions and understands how we feel. God is with us during the hard things, and He uses them to bring us closer to Himself. Did you know that even Jesus cried? The Bible tells us that when His friend Lazarus died, Jesus wept. Jesus was fully God, but also fully human. He felt the same emotions that we feel. The really good news is that Jesus was able to raise Lazarus from the dead. He's the only one who can give us hope from death, which is the saddest of all things. Because He died again, He gives us the hope of heaven, which is far better than any of the things we can experience on earth. And one day, He will return, and there will be no more death. He will make everything new and good again.